The Lone Star Showdown continues with Texas Democrats in Washington, D.C. Now, they say they're making progress, getting support from U.S. senators on national voting legislation. But Republicans say this is all for show. Now, our Matt Doherty is in Washington, D.C., where there appears to be no end in sight to this heated back and forth. Matt.
The Texas Democrats say they've been successful in their meetings with U.S. senators, but some are questioning if the senators that they're meeting with even needed convincing at all.
We are not going to allow Governor Abbott to corral and cabin us.
Texas Democrats are still digging in their boots.
We are going to stay out until this session is over to kill this bill.
They continued meeting with U.S. senators this afternoon.
This is about basic national voting standards.
Thank y'all for being here.
At a press conference today, the Texas Democrats were asked why they hadn't met with any U.S. senators who are on the fence about a federal voting bill.
Actually, that's not true. I was in a meeting with Senator Manchin a few weeks ago, and there'll be other meetings ahead. So thank you.
A group of Republican National Committee members held signs in protest outside of the press conference today. They say things are different than they were at the height of the pandemic.
I think this is more of like a return to normal voting practices now that we're coming out of this COVID crisis. So the 24-hour voting centers just don't make as much sense anymore.
It's not controversial stuff. It's common sense.
Today, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said there's nothing controversial in the Texas voting bill and says what the Texas Democrats have done is a sham.
So this week, state legislators from Texas decided to grab some beer, hop on a private plane, and flee the state in what they are pretending is some great moral crusade. In reality, they've just come here to Washington to snap selfies, bask in the limelight, and beg Senate Democrats to take over Texas elections.
Now, none of this seems to be coming to an end anytime soon. That special session back in Texas doesn't end until August the 7th. We're in Washington. I'm Matt Doherty, KHEU 11 News.
Got a few weeks ahead of us on this story. Matt, thank you.